Yo, what's up? I decided to make an updated guide on the SAM challenges because this game is dead and no one else has made one yet, so I'ma just do it. And to get to the point to unlock SAM, there's 4 steps that you have to go through, each one of them having like 1 to 4 challenges in them. I'll briefly go through all of them. Basically, you start this quest by coming down here to the underground railway station from spawn. So you just run down here, you see Mr. X and you speak to him. And to actually start the quest, you're gonna have to click this at the top. Right now it's bugged, so it's just not gonna work for me, so I'm gonna actually have to rejoin now. Fuck. Don't worry about the other steps yet, because we haven't gotten to them yet, so don't even worry about them. Anyways, the first step is to reach level 200. If you're going for SAM, you're probably already gonna be at level 200. But if you're not, I would highly recommend to play Endless, and maybe even try to go for a couple 1Ks while you're at it, because you have to get those anyways. Once you're also going for those things, I would recommend to just unlock some of the characters. Characters that I would recommend to go for while you're leveling up are definitely Camper, Annie, Trickster, Dio, and also you should go for the 4th slot in the game. Now that I have it, I can't show you, but over here where it says purchase, you would click on it and then it would say something like 150,000. So try to save up for the 4th slot before you even start doing core and other stuff, because you're gonna need this. Anyways, so step 2 is gonna be beating boss rush, and boss rush isn't the worst game mode. It says like 5 players and all that, but I'd say you can do it definitely with 2 people minimum. Keyword minimum. You cannot solo boss rush even if you have the characters. So basically what I would recommend is for player 1 to take Camper, Annie, DJ, and then Dio if possible, if you have them unlocked. You don't need Dio, but it makes it a little easier. He does a little more DPS than Annie. And then the second player hunts the exact same loadout, but instead of DJ, they have Shad. Alright, and just to give a quick little demonstration, I'm playing this solo. Like I said, you cannot do this solo, but just to show how it works, when you and your teammates spawn in, one of you goes to this side, and then the other one goes to this side, and basically you just both do the same thing. You just place down Camper, upgrade, Camper, upgrade, Camper, upgrade, Camper, upgrade, you know. You place as many as you can, and then the campers are gonna have just enough time to beat the golem. So yeah, anyways, and then after wave 2 you can start placing Annies and you place your buffs and all that, and it should be easier after. Wave 1 is basically you just spam campers and then they carry you. Okay, so next up is beating Calamity 3 times, and basically all that means is just getting the wave 1000 on 3 different maps, and I would highly suggest trying to find people to do this with, because you just cannot do it solo. And I'd say 3 people minimum would be nice. You can definitely duo it, it's just way easier. The maps that I would recommend doing this on would probably Standoff. Then Eternal Winter, the new map, is really good for doing this. And either like Stefan Island or Simulation. I haven't done Stefan Island yet, but Stefan Island is really easy. The loadouts that I would recommend for this is pretty much just any character that's good. So you're definitely going to need a DJ and a Shadow on your team. And I would recommend using either Destroyer or Trickster. Trickster got nerfed in the recent update, so I'd just probably use Destroyer and then Dios. And if you have Stefan, I would also recommend taking Stefan with you. He's really good for the enemies with armor and resistances because he kind of negates them. Also, if you're struggling to find people to do this with, you can join their official Discord server, and there's a place called Party Up on there, and then you can just ask people for help. So finding boss rush people and endless people shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so for the next challenge, it's going to be beating core. And I'd say core is honestly the first hurdle you're gonna have on this. It's definitely not the worst thing, but it's kinda annoying. But once you get the right team, you should be fine. I don't have any clips of me doing core, and I'm honestly probably not gonna go for any. But basically for core, like I said earlier, you can join the server, find people. There's always people who want to do core, especially the better players, because core gives you stars, even though you've already done it, so they're probably just going to be grinding that out anyways for the stars. So you can definitely find people that help and they'll know what to do. The loadout that I would recommend for core is pretty much the same as in boss rush. So just Annies, campers, depends on who takes them, but if you're not the best player there, I'd recommend you take either a chat or DJ. And then I don't know if anyone has made a new strategy yet, but Cat Girl is definitely meta in the beginning. Before it used to be Fetty Gun, but I would definitely recommend using Cat Girl for this. Alright, now that the Yap session's done, after you get all of these done, all of these should say completed. If you still haven't done anything, then try doing them again. And then you click the talk button again. After he's done with his little Yap session, you're gonna get step 2 out of 4. So this one's probably the easiest one, but the most annoying one. You're gonna be spending a couple hours on this minimum. So basically, the quick explanation is, Sam spawns these bombs around the map. There's, I think, 5 locations, and every 10 minutes, yeah, when he spawns one, you're gonna have to go and defuse it. And there's gonna be 3 mini games it could be. First one's gonna be basically Among Us, the wire game. If you played Among Us before, you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna show you a line of colors on the left and a line of colors on the right, and then you just kind of connect the red to red, pink to pink, blue to blue, and so on. The second puzzle you're gonna get on the bombs is going to be Simon Says. You know what Simon Says when it's zoomed up onto the top of the bomb instead of the wires and you can't interact with them. And there's on the right, there's gonna be like a little monitor that flashes 4 colors in a specific order. And don't worry if you missed it the first time, because it keeps looping forever and ever and ever. And basically what it does is, let's say it shows pink, blue, pink, green. And then on the left there's going to be 4 boxes, so you're going to just have to match it. So you're going to make it pink, blue, pink, green, and you're going to just keep clicking them until it's the right colors. And then there should be like a button underneath the monitor you click. I don't remember what it says, but you just click that and then it defuses the bomb. Now for the third bomb, which I would say is arguably the most annoying one. You'll know that you got this one when it's just a bunch of wires and there's like a page on the right that's like 2 are blanks and or like 4 are blanks or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it says, but this is completely RNG based. You cannot guarantee to do this, which is annoying because the bombs spawn every 10 minutes. All you do is you just click random wires until the bomb A explodes or B defuses. And the amount of times I got this bomb is insane. I got 18 bombs, and 8 of the bombs, 8 of them were the RNG one. I always finished the Among Us one, and I always finished the Simon Says one. I never once beat the RNG one. So if you get that one, then good luck. So I'm gonna quickly run through all the bomb locations. So one's gonna be in this corner, right underneath the vents. One should be in this corner right here, next to DMA and Boss Rush. Another one is right here on top of this red box. One is over here at the top. You're gonna have to do a little parkour. Should be like right around here somewhere. And then the next bomb location is right here in this corner. Anyways, now that we're done with that, for the step 3 challenges, they're all kind of difficult, so I'll quickly run through the easy ones. So you're gonna come back down here to the railway, then you're gonna jump down here, turn around, and there should be this stone slate on the wall. For me it's empty, but for you there's gonna be Minesweeper on it. So basically just be Minesweeper on this, and that's the challenge that says disarm the remaining bombs. So you're gonna run this way towards Endless from spawn, and there's gonna be this screen on the wall. I can't interact with it because I've already done it, but you see how it's flashing when I click it. So basically what you're gonna want to write is Sam is super awesome, and that's the puzzle. That's it. So for the next one, let's do the levers, because I'd say this is probably the easiest now that I have all the answers. The first one's gonna be up here, so you're gonna want to come to Endless, climb up this middle thing. You're gonna want to jump on this pipe, jump up here, and there's gonna be this thing of levers. And don't look at this. This is randomized because I've already done it. I can't interact with it. The screen's gonna say current sequence. That's basically just means in what order your levers are. So if you look, it's 1 0 1. And that just means lever is up, so 1, levers down, 0, levers up, it's 1. And I'll put up the code to this one on screen, and basically just follow what the code says. So I'll put numbers above all the levers. If it says 1, then it means turn it on. If it says 0, then turn it off. So basically 1 up, 0 down, 1 up, 0 down. You get the gist of it. Now for the next lever, if we go here from spawn, you're gonna want to go towards that venting core thing, and there's gonna be this computer on the wall, and if you look up, then you should see there's new levers, and it's kind of weird because it's flipped like this, so you're gonna have to put it in this order. So this is gonna be the first lever, not this one. I'll put up the code on screen again. I already explained it on the previous one. You just follow that again and you put the code in and you should be done. It should all turn blue, by the way, when you get it done. Anyways, for the next levers, we're gonna go down the subway again, and if you go around here in the corner, you're gonna enter this. So basically when we go inside, there's going to be these levers hidden around the room. They all have numbers on them. You can kind of figure what it means. You just put them in like, basically just numerical order. I'm going to put up the code on screen, go run around, look for the numbers. So basically the first number in the code, you're going to go to lever 1, you're going to put it to that. This would be the 11th number in the code. So basically, let's say the 11th number is like, I don't know, a 1, a 0. Then you set it to whatever it is, And yeah, you just copy that. They're all gonna turn blue again once you're done, and that should be it. Okay, now probably the main reason you're watching this video in the first place is the Morse code step. So the Morse code step is going to be pretty annoying, but if you're on PC, I have a method for you that's gonna make it a lot easier. You're gonna wanna get like, if you have OBS or like Metal on your PC, this is gonna be easier. If you're using Metal, set your clip times to 40 seconds. Otherwise, you're not gonna get the whole thing in one clip, and it's just gonna be annoying. What you're gonna wanna do is go to the radio, you put your screen recorder on, you interact with it, it's gonna start beeping at you. Once it finishes, you end the recording or you take your Metal clip, and then what you're gonna wanna do is go on Google and you go on morsefm.com. I'll leave the link into the description. And you're gonna wanna take your clip of the Morse code, you're gonna drag it in here, click decode, and then you're gonna get this. It's gonna turn your Morse code into text. Ignore the text result on the left because this game has its own version of Morse code that you can do by the book. You can either A, decipher it manually with the little book by the side over here, or what I did is you can go on Man I Like 5's GitHub. I'll also leave this in the comments, and you can get his Python script, and you're gonna need Python to use this. But if you don't want to download Python to use this, or you just don't want to use this in general, what I did is you open up the script, you copy the entire thing, you go on ChatGPT, you put in the script, and at the top you put in use this script for me, and then you just click enter. Once it's done, you're gonna take and copy your Morse code results. You're gonna copy and paste it in here, and what he should do is translate it to the code you put on the screen. Okay, so here, I would get this code, you would copy it, you go right over here, copy paste it, click enter, and if you got it right, it should flash green. Okay, now that I've explained how to do the Morse code, let me show you all the locations. So first one, at spawn, right in front of the survival sign, and the next one, you go over to this boss rush, you run all the way in the back, and right here, here's gonna be the next one. For these next ones, you're gonna wanna go on endless. Okay, so now that I loaded in, you're gonna wanna look for Twin Island. And basically, the strategy for this one is so you don't get these annoying like little ticks, because that's gonna mess up the Morse code. Just speed up your game and wait until all the enemies pass through and die. Okay, now that all the enemies got past us, don't click anything on this screen. You click hide UI, and then you can interact with the radio. Okay, so next up we're gonna do Grassy Hills. So you look for the Grassy Hills map. Once you spawn in, you come right around here, and you run all the way back here where the map ends, behind this cave. You should see right here, there's another radio. Alright, for the next map, you're gonna come to Sub-Zero Valley, and you just do the same thing over here. Now that I was about to record the next part, I was reading the questions channel on the server, and if you do the radio step, you sometimes bug it out. So let's say you finished one, it flashes green and it's done. Then you go back to the lobby, and let's say you go to the next radio. It doesn't let you interact, kind of like what mine is doing right here. It doesn't let you interact with the paper, doesn't let you interact with the radio. Go into the inputs, put something in, just kind of spam it a little, and then also wait like a minute or two after doing a radio, and then you should be able to interact with the next radio. It should do all the beeping again, it should give you the paper open, everything should work again. Okay, so now that you've gotten past all the bullshit, you're gonna be to the final battle when you speak to them again. And honestly, this isn't the worst. It's a little annoying in the beginning, but you can definitely beat it. You do need a second player for it, so you're gonna need someone who's either already gotten Sam or someone who's on the same step as you. And you come over here, you insert keycard, and then there's gonna be this robot raid mission over here. You just come here with someone, and the loadout is pretty much just Annie, campers, Fetty gun, and then one of you takes DJ, one of you takes Chad, and then you just kind of spam Fetty guns in the beginning, and the other player doesn't take a Fetty gun, he takes a freezer. So basically player 1 rocks Annie, camper, Fetty gun, DJ, and then player 2 rocks Annie, camper, freezer, Chad, and then you just freeze the enemies, you Fetty gun them, and once you get past the first 3 waves, it should be easy after that. You just spam Annies and campers and you're good. Also, for all of these quests, if you guys need a video on like core or the robot raid or anything, leave that in the comments and I'll make a video about it, I guess. Now, once you've done the fight, don't talk to the guy in the subway again because his dialogue's just bugged. It's just gonna give you a blank page and he doesn't speak and you just kind of get stuck, so you're gonna have to rejoin the server. But second you beat the robot raid, you should get a badge and then you already have Sam in your inventory, so I didn't really even gotta talk to him. I'd like to give a big thanks to Mana5 for telling me about the Morse FM method and then giving me the script to the Python thing. And yeah, anyways, keep it pushing.